This is Shut Up and Listen, Bellingham. Yeah, we already started. That's how we starting today. Today we have a phenomenal band, one of my favorites in town.
Cat Valley.
All right, now we gave you an introduction, but all right, thank you for having ibuprofen. That's a real one right there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Keep it on. Yeah.
What
I have some
happened?
too,
Just,
yeah.
You want to talk to the people. What happened?
I broke my pinky. Like all grown adults,
Everybody takes a
do.
sip. Just,
Ouchie.
Yeah, all my day at work is just like my manager just using it like pinkies up every time, and he's just like, yeah, and he's just drinking his water, staring at me with his pinky up. So
I can actually vouch for this because when she walked back in from the doctor, her boss was just going like this. Just
and then for the rest of the day, I was just getting like memes and gifts of people like my boss, my HR, sending me people with pinkies just like doing this, and I'm like, I can't even complain.
And speaking of pinkies up and being fancy, Cat Valley, how are y'all doing today?
Great.
Doing good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're happy you're here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for making the drive.
Yeah.
It was a very pretty drive.
It was actually.
It is.
Lovely.
It's my favorite drive. You get used to it. Now that traffic's also a little bit better. They're doing all the road construction, so I'm late every day to get here.
No, that's the first time we was early.
Well, yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were
That's a rare.
we
Hey,
were supposed to be here earlier today.
nah, we was perfectly on time. That was perfectly on time. So, tell us who you are and what do you play in the band. Let's go ahead, educate the people that do not know. And I know
Tell us who we're missing.
yeah.
So I'm Whitney. I play guitar and sing.
And I'm Abby. I also play guitar and sing.
And we're missing Melanie, our drummer, and Kristen, our bassist.
Heck
But they're both really cool.
No, super dope. We were listening to what Dive Bar Fight. Song?
Yeah, Dive Bar Fight song.
You're just a fragrance when you see me on the stage. I'm a natural, and you're just yours. You hate me, you hate me, you hate me. You hate me, you hate me, you hate me.
Listen, that on the way. Shredding, as well as the drums are just immaculate on that. I love it.
Thank
also,
you.
the video I remember watching right when it first came out.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
it. I love it, especially with the roller skates and everything.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like who did somebody in particular have like that idea from the jump, or did it all just okay
A little bit.
or did it all come together in a certain way?
I really just so like I have a pair of rollerblades, but I never use them. I used to rollerblade as a kid, and I think to me there's just a lot of similarities in between like the music community and the skate community.
Yes.
So I just really wanted to do a collab because like roller skating is back in such a big way, and we actually have like a really cool community here of skaters of all types that are just like out there grinding. So
What was the group called that you worked with? Is it
I think it's Skater Bugs. Yeah.
Skater Bugs.
Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah,
Hey, shout
They're
out
on
Skater Bugs.
Instagram and-
Woo, Skater Bugs!
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
So all right, so being a skater like that, did you have a particular? Did you grow up in Washington,
I grew up in Kansas, actually.
Kansas?
I wasn't expecting that answer.
Yeah, that was left field. Okay, Dorothy.
From the Midwest.
So no, all right. So did you have like a particular like skating rink that you go to on like weekends and stuff?
There was like a little roller rink, I think, in town that we used to go to. I can't remember the name of it though. And I also actually, speaking of injuries, one time we were roller skating on my friend's roof. And
Wait, on your friend's
yes,
roof?
I'm pretty sure we
not heard
asked
this
her mom, and then her mom was just like, "Whatever, kids, have fun." Anyway,
What is the goal here?
I fell off the roof. I'm okay. And yeah, and I like really hurt my face, my entire face.
You did.
I fell off the
my
roof,
knees,
just
my
hurt
knees were
my
like all
face.
bruised. It was like a flat roof, so it wasn't that like it was like,
But it wasn't.
not that far.
It was still.
But yes, it was still off.
way to fall.
Yeah, it was still. But I fell into some bushes, so
Oh, that's good.
break the fall.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Bushes sound more worse
Yeah,
than just like
there's sticks and branches that you.
I feel like when you're injured when you're young, you don't really remember how severe the pain feels. You're just like, it just sucks, and then you heal, and you're like, okay, back to whatever the
That's
hell
true.
I was doing.
I just remember what I was doing. I don't remember how I felt when it happened.
Yeah.
That's very true. But so that all tied into making the music video.
Backstory. But yeah, it was a really fun collaboration. I would really like to do more music videos in the future that kind of feature different like spots in the community, especially. Would be really fun.
Absolutely. That's always what's fun, is being able to partner up with what's already happening.
Yeah.
And so how long has Cat Valley been Cat Valley? Like, how did this all kind of,
Come to fruition.
yeah.
It's a pretty cute story.
You could tell
It originally was just me and Whitney, and we didn't have a drummer or a bass player or anything. We were both singer-songwriters. Whitney plays harp, and I was playing like sad
snap.
acoustic guitar.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
our friend Tyson from Cat Positive knew us both, but we didn't know each other. And at that point, Whitney would have house shows on her birthday at her house and just have like a little acoustic house show. And Tyson got me to play her birthday house show. And then we made each other cry because we liked
were, like,
each other's
crying during
music
each
so
other's
much. It was so
We were like,
awesome.
she's never gonna want to play music with me.
Yeah. And then Whitney was like, do you want to jam? And I was like, oh my God, she wants to jam. And then I think Whitney didn't have a guitar amp. Our first jam was like, she was playing banjo and I was playing her like unplugged
hard.
arch top, and we were on her
Yeah.
porch and we wrote this song called Fuck Off.
Why don't you fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off? Why don't you fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off? Why don't you fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off?
It was about cat calling.
Way punky. Like in the
Yeah, it
beginning.
was
like
very
it was
folk
like
punky at the
totally
beginning.
Funk pop.
Yeah.
That just sounds
it
wrong.
was
yeah.
We're gonna need a little EP of that at some point.
Okay.
Like, yeah, we need
we
a
can
special banjo
Request
moment.
it.
Special
I don't think we
banjo,
have the
Cat Valley
banjo
banjo
version, but
edition.
we do have a version of that song.
Featured the banjo.
I do still have a mandolin. It's
Oh,
really shitty, but we could
why?
do you on banjo, me on mandolin.
There we go.
Cat
Going back to
Valley
the bluegrass yeah.
edition.
All right, you heard it here. When you hear the song, it blossomed here.
We will all cry together.
And so, how long ago was that? So then you guys started playing.
2016.
Yeah, I want
Is
to
when
say
we
it was in
met.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we played on our own for a long time. We went on our first tour, and with electric guitars, but just the two of us on electric guitars. I folded album covers out of grocery bags and printed out a picture of my cat and glued it on, and then like Sharpied on the
Use,
track
reuse,
names,
recycle. I
so
love
we'd
it.
have merch.
Everything was very DIY.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It was very DIY.
And then we met Melanie
And then at Girls Rock Camp.
Yep.
We met Melanie at Girls Rock Camp.
Bellingham Rock Camp. Yeah. And then
Autumn
Autumn.
Marceau played bass for a while. And then Kristen joined the band, I want to say it was 2021.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
love
2
it.
years
It's
it's
been a long
been
evolution.
this
Solid, solid formation, rock solid.
Yeah, with
formation.
the four of us,
Yeah.
it's been 2 years. Yeah.
Since 2016. You guys have been
They're holding it
We've known
down.
each other
down.
yeah, and lived together, and
Yeah.
for
We
a
were
long time.
roommates through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a creative block or was it a creative just like spark during that time?
I think it was a creative block.
I think
we did still write.
we still wrote, but it was pretty difficult, I feel like. And I think just the way that things dropped off, it was the way that everyone was like, it'll be fine, or like whatever we were all telling ourselves. And then at a certain point, like the dread kind of starts to seep in, I feel like. And then it's like, you're just like, oh, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
stuff gets real. And then it's like, it was hard. It was like we were living with 6 people. And I think
Ooh.
we both really wanted to just get back to like playing shows, but it was just not possible.
That part right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was the
so
saddest part.
It
But
was really sad. It was just like, and the venue started shutting down, and like, it It was intense. I feel like it was a very intense year.
Now let's flip it. Let's bring that sunshine back real quick. So check it out. So after all of that shit happened, right?
Yeah.
That first show back.
It was intense. It was intense.
Where was it? When? What? Like what? From what do you remember?
Oh, what was our first show back?
Because we did
I-
the Cranberries thing.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did
like
a
live
Cranberries.
stream.
Well, we did a Cranberries cover band, but maybe it was
Was
before
it the
COVID.
Shakedown?
Oh my! I think it was at the Shakedown. I think our first show back was at the Shakedown. It wasn't our EP release, was it?
Oh my god.
Was it our EP? Release?
I don't know.
Oh
Because
no!
it might
I
have,
feel like it actually
it
might have been.
been.
No wonder we were
Because
so
we were really
nervous.
nervous. It was so
I just remember like we
Sorry.
had like so much more stage fright than we had ever had. At least for me personally, I had so
It happens,
much
too.
more
It-
stage
yeah.
fright than
Yeah.
I'd ever had after COVID.
It
started
might have
to go
been.
away, but
I
I
we
can't remember
basically
what
were
our
like
show
sitting on our last EP for a very long time, partially because of the pandemic and everything. So it was like when we finally got to release it, we were like, oh my god, like it was just it was
Yeah.
like, please get this out into the universe so that like people
You also
can
haven't been on a
enjoy it.
stage in a while, so it just kind of it's
Yeah.
like doing it all over again.
Yeah,
It's just like riding a bike.
yeah.
I wasn't
very electric bike.
the first time I got back on a bike though.
Cheers to that one.
And so you guys just had your most recent release, Not Me, come out. Is there anything coming that we can expect or we're allowed to know about?
yeah.
Exclusives? Do we get exclusives?
In
You can't.
I mean, I'll send it to you so you can listen to it early
Yes,
if you
please.
want.
Actually, yeah, we'll listen on the way home. Or actually, we'll just listen to it after this. After we get done talking.
Yeah,
Cool. I'll send it to you once we're wrapped up with this.
Dope.
Yeah, in 2 days we are dropping another single. It is called "My Body," and Whitney wrote it after they overturned Roe v. Wade.
So it's like a protest
Yeah.
Yeah.
chant anthem song.
I already can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like literally, so like I've been making like promo videos, all this stuff. I like every time I listen to it, I just feel so amped up, and it's like
okay.
let's go. Yeah. It's like it's funny because it's like some songs I feel like they kind of like will wear on you, but there's certain songs that it's just like you just play them and you just feel so much like raw energy, just like. And that song, I think, is that for me.
That was just pure channeling, just going.
Yeah. And it's like, it's also like a call and response thing. So it's like really like cathartic with the audience because it's like everyone's like chanting with you. And you're just like, yes. So it feels really powerful.
Yeah.
Every time we sing it.
So A, I need to hear this, and B, I need to see this.
Yeah.
I need both of them.
Yeah.
We will
ASAP,
achieve both.
yesterday.
So that kind of leads me to my next question that I guess I have for you guys. I feel like everyone, when you create art, you have ones that aren't your favorite or are your favorite. What, if it hasn't been released or has been released, what's the favorite, like your guys' personal favorite song that you guys have made?
Oh, hard.
Ever
like
in
a
your
good-
life.
Oh my God.
Wait, can I add something onto the last question that I forgot to say
Absolutely.
and definitely
Yeah.
should have said? Also, we're releasing an EP.
Too old for drugs, too young for retirement. I hate my job, but I gotta pay the rent. No IRA, but I got cat food for days.
We're releasing it on September 15th, but both these singles are off of it and to promote it. And then
that's good.
the
That's
EP
a-
comes out
that's a
on
good point.
September 15th, and there's a 3-day weekend of shows.
Yes.
Let's go.
Promotion.
15th at Makeshift, all ages, baby.
Meh, 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 meh.
16th at the Rabbit Box Theater in Seattle, also all ages.
Meh, 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 meh.
And the 17th at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma, which is
Yeah.
that also all ages?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's
so.
all
Yeah.
ages. Oh my God, I'm so happy they're all ages.
That's
I know.
sick.
Yeah. Anyway, I should probably mention that we're gonna release an EP.
Absolutely.
And the day this comes out, that's like they get, when they hear this, they have exactly 1 week to go listen
go.
and see y'all. So
tickets and
that's
buy
perfect.
some
tickets.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's going to be exciting. I know we'll at least be at the makeshift one.
Hell yeah.
That's a
I'm
good
excited.
meal.
It's
We love Makeshift. So.
Yeah, it's with Weep Wave and Cat Positive too, so it's
Oh, yeah.
it's just a really
Yeah.
exciting bill.
That's a good combo right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Don't think this got you out of answering my question though of what your favorite one is.
Are you seriously asking like favorite song of
the
all
one-
time?
like
That
the
you've
one
made.
that you
That you've made, you're
just
like,
either
but also it
like
does
how it
change.
makes you feel. Like it doesn't have to be based off of like picking
even-
favorites. It's just like what's the one that you can listen to.
Don't think about it. Just say your favorite one that you've ever made right now.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know if I can say like favorite all-encompassing that we've ever made. I think my favorite to play live is Imposter, which is off
That's
the
what
new
I was
EP.
gonna say.
Oh yeah. It's there's
I was
this
like,
like
in the back of my head, I was like, I think it's Imposter.
it's so fun to play live because it's like slow and sludgy, so you can really like get in the trenches with it.
Yeah.
And like headbang without hurting yourself. And then it just has this like epic.
It's slow burn.
breakdown.
Imposter is like slow burn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like starts and then it's like going and you're like, oh yeah, like, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking imposter. And then at the very end, it's like crazy like
Yeah.
guitar solo stuff, and it just like builds and builds and builds,
Yeah,
and
it
it's like
gets
so
so
intense to
intense.
play. It's like
Oh, it's awesome.
yeah, and it feels great. So
It's kind of like you're floating while you're playing that. Then
See, it doesn't look
sorry,
like it was
say
that
what?
hard.
we'll be right back after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by Black Noise Records, located downtown off Bay Street. They pay top prices for records in Bellingham and the greater Bellingham area, cash and store credit. Go get 10% off your next record purchase when you tell the cashier you've listened to Shut Up and Listen podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Binary Recording Studios, located where? Right here in Whatcom County. Binary has been in business for 1, 2, 3, I don't even know how long, but they are offering the best and the best and the best of the best video and audio production. So if you're a band and you're looking to record an album, or if you have any other audio recording needs, Binary Recording Studio is going to be where you need to go. My boy Bob, he will set you up. He will make sure that you are set up for what? Success. He gonna make sure that you are good to go. And welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a favorite to play. I don't know if I could say that's the favorite of all time.
I
but
also love
to
It's
play
Over.
live.
I actually, like, as intense it is to sing that song, I just love that I get to, like, flip back up in the middle and just be like, it's over. And just, like, it's just, like, a big fuck you kind of song to, like, abusers and things like that. And it's like, about trauma. And so it's, like, also, the album is very cathartic. So it's,
Yeah.
like, very like emotional
kind of like punk
and
therapy.
yeah, it's like
And
so
we
when
all
we're
need
singing
that.
the song, it's
Yeah.
like we're exercising those demons and things like that. So it's like, yeah, it just feels good, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes me feel powerful.
Me too.
I'm loving all of this.
You need that music that makes you feel powerful. You and the people listening to it. So that's what's really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's the friends you find along the way.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh. I'm kidding. I love you.
Okay.
I'll take it.
On the way here, I had this thing pop in my head. I was like, I gotta ask this question. I got 2 answers of my own, but I kind of just want to put it out there to see what everybody else thinks. So what do they? You never know. Think about it, because when we were listening to your music, I was like, okay, it's very kind of cinematic, theatrical. I'm loving everything. Just every little piece of how everything's mixed together. What is your favorite movie soundtrack of all time?
Oh my god. Oh, these are tough questions, you guys.
I'll
We
go
didn't
first.
let you study before you got here.
I got two. One is because I'm super biased for Tune Yards. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
That is absolutely dumb. It's just beautiful all the way through. It's
amazing.
unorthodox, and The second one is Explosions in the Sky, Prince Avalanche. It's basically
I've seen that.
I've never seen the movie. I've only heard the soundtrack.
Yeah. I
But
love
the
Explosions
first
in the
song-
Sky.
And so it builds up each song. Like it's like 3 songs, and then from there, it takes elements from the previous ones and keeps adding and mixing them. And by the end, the last song on the album is like basically just a masterpiece of everything put together.
That kind of made me want to watch the movie.
It's crazy. See, now I gotta watch them. I'm sorry, guys.
I have a favorite soundtrack, but I haven't seen
I'm
it.
sure if Explosions in the Sky heard you say that, they'd be really flattered. They'd be like, wow, we love our
That's so
music.
cool. That would
without
be
the
so
movie."
cool to do a soundtrack.
Oh,
Like,
Oh
it'd be
my.
amazing.
I got to play harp for a friend who was doing like indie film stuff, and I don't even know, like, he never sent me the film, so I'm not sure if he used it or not.
Text them right now. Be like, hey, so what's going on with that?
Yeah. But it was I was honored to be asked, and it was really fun because I just like sat in my room and just like, you know, like messed around on my harp, and I was like, man, this would be amazing if this was like a job
Yeah.
that
For
I
real,
could
though. Just
make
sound
money
design for
doing.
movies.
So cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys need anyone to make a soundtrack for your upcoming movie,
You heard it here first,
Yes.
folks.
Yeah, I did have a song in a soundtrack for a friend's movie
Nice.
once, and it's pretty funny because you wouldn't have guessed it because it actually sounded really good. Shout out to Ben's Zoom recorder. But in high school we recorded a Bright Eyes cover in my friend's bathroom for his short film, and it was just like me and my friend Ari like singing together while Ari played guitar, and we did First Day of My Life, and Ben just recorded it with a Zoom recorder in his parents' bathroom. But it actually sounds really good.
I had the perfect amount
I
of
still go
reverb.
back and listen to it sometimes.
That's
yeah.
cool. Womanizer was in
Oh yeah,
a short
Womanizer was
film.
also in a
It was
short
a short
film
horror
recently.
film for Bellingham.
Yeah, it was a horror
Thane
film
did it.
about a woman who eats womanizers.
It was
Like, literally
hilarious.
kills them and eats
Yeah,
them.
so they
It's
used Womanizer for the
amazing.
end track.
What?
And yeah, Thane
Yeah.
from
Thane
Still
Yazzie
Vettas.
from Still Vetty. It's his wife, whose name I'm forgetting, who directed that short film.
can't remember
it was
what
for
it's
the
called.
24-hour film
We
festival,
could
I
find
think.
this. If you,
I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just go on Google and type
It's
in all
actually
those
really
words.
good.
Send that to us later, and we'll link this with the interview because I want to watch it too.
great.
It was really
Yeah.
cool, actually. I was like, I love.
It's a really
I actually,
good short
I really
film.
like
That's
horror
dope.
films. Like, I'm a scaredy cat, but okay, so Carpenter. So like, what is the band called? Goblin or something?
Oh.
Is that what they're called?
Oh, that Eric did the cover band of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no.
They do a bunch of like horror movie
Well,
soundtracks.
didn't they just have a general cover
That's
band that just
wild.
did John Carpenter
Yeah, it was
soundtrack
like John
pieces
Carpenter
from different
soundtracks.
movies?
So that's probably one of mine in there.
Yeah. I know it's funny, but I really like the soundtracks to the James Bond movies because they're so surf inspired, and I really love old school surf.
Like the old James Bond movie?
Yeah.
I love that. I'm here for that. I'm here
Yeah.
for that all the way because
Yeah.
those actually did smack.
They do. They just feel so epic. Yeah. I feel like I want to put it on while I drive over the mountains and be like, yes.
Driving into the sunset.
Yeah. The Shining is pretty good too. But
It
like,
is.
yeah.
I don't know. I was watching Mulan before this, so that's all that's in my head. But
Mulan, yeah.
Hey, Disney be cheating, man. That's what you eat. They
don't hate on the
Pretty
Mulan
great.
movie, okay? They got the one of the best Disney soundtracks. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. Disney soundtracks go crazy, so we gotta admit that.
They kind of do.
Let it go, let it go. You heard something like that, right? That's how it goes.
Oh, man.
That's it. That's it.
Did you hear? This is kind of a tangent, so stop me if I'm going too far. But one of the animators from Frozen actually helped solve like a big death mystery.
No.
Recently, there were all of these Russian hikers. I want to say it was in the 70s who died on, I think it's called Dyatlov Pass. But anyway, nobody could figure out how they died because they had like radioactive.
Oh, is this where
clothes
they're
when
like?
they found them?
Oh,
And then, yeah, the animators. So basically, someone who was trying to solve that mystery saw the way that the snow falls in Frozen and thought it was a really realistic depiction of how an avalanche is. So he reached out to the animation team and he was like, hey, will you help me make a model of what an avalanche would have looked like that night when these hikers were here so we can figure out if they died in an avalanche?
crazy.
And then they did. and they're pretty sure that they died in an avalanche. So basically, Frozen's animators like solved this like decades old mystery of how these tigers
So not only does it have
died.
like banging songs, it solved mysteries.
Yeah,
Unsolved mysteries.
it's wild.
became solved.
It's crazy. I did not know that.
I'm
Yeah,
flabbergasted. I don't know.
I don't know.
strange facts you learn on the internet.
That's what the internet's for, is to learn strange facts.
Oh yeah.
And so, one, thank you guys for being here so much. I want to ask one other question, because you guys play music in Bellingham. You know a lot of the bands that are here. Who, if you could suggest someone to go listen to that's not just you guys, who would you tell?
You can say yourself too, though.
You
but-
can, but I'm already going to suggest you guys.
There's this great band called Cat
Yeah.
They have an EP being released next month. Don't know if you heard. But if you could,
There's so many goodies.
Yeah.
Well, we already mentioned Cat Positive.
Yeah. We
big
love
fans
Cat
of them.
Positive.
Where's the Exit is amazing.
They are.
We played with them before. Super fun.
Yeah. There's a really good new band called Membrane. There are some members, I don't know if you guys knew the black metal band Ossuary Wraith that was in town for a long time. I've run sound for them a lot at the Shakedown, but some of those members went on to create it's kind of like somewhere in between hardcore punk and black metal. I think it's like somewhere in between. And I'm not usually like a big black metal person. Like I totally respect the art. I have friends who make it and I respect them as artists. It's just not really my thing, but I love Membrane. It's so good. It's so visceral. It's all about like trans rage and trans joy. My friend Ellie is like being a front person for the first time in her life and is like just killing it. And they're amazing. They only have demos out right now, but they're so good live if
awesome.
you get a chance to see them.
We also played with these two newer-ish bands at this house show venue, Riot House. One of them was Culloden, and then Disoriented.
Yeah, Disoriented
Was
is awesome.
really good.
Yeah.
So they're newer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're
I'm
in
gonna
a
forget
similar vein
people.
to us,
There's a
but
lot.
maybe even punker than us.
Yeah.
How dare anyone be punker?
She's like, but yeah.
Yeah, Disoriented is awesome.
And there's like a billion Seattle bands that we're like super huge like fans of that we just gush on all the time. Like Rat Queen is amazing.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Linda
Flash
from
photos.
Work. There's so many. I'm gonna forget people. Oh, we're playing Salt Lick is really great. Queen Chimera,
Yeah.
Lemon Boy.
Lemon
They're
Boy, yeah.
really good. Black Tones. Black Ends.
Yep. I was like, you said you can't leave.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of goodies.
See, and this is exactly what we're talking. This is why we are here, because there's many people that we may know. You named about 20 that I didn't. You heard me when I knew it.
Yeah.
But this is what we need. Put us on.
Yeah.
We're going to put y'all on. And then everybody gets to learn together when everybody just shuts up and listens. Bellingham. That was smooth. So smooth. Can't believe it's not Buddy. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? But no, hey, for real though. Thank both of you for being here so much. Next time we'll get the other members in here too.
Yep.
Great.
But this was dope.
great.
This was
Yeah.
dope.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's been really
Absolutely.
fun.
It'll be fun to be able to talk more about once that EP's released,
yeah.
and we can even have more questions about that. But
Yeah.
for
Show
now,
review. Do it after the show.
we show our gratitude for coming, and we have to do our due diligence and thank the team and how we're all here. We have our great guy Bob in the back here, who
Binary
for
Bob. Yeah.
Binary Recording Studio. And you can't forget that this is produced by Rocket Soul Studios.
Rocket Soul.
Shout out AJ and Jim.
Hey Jay. You the GOAT, bro. Hey Jim. Hey yo Jim, you know I love you, right?
And don't forget, you can subscribe to us basically anywhere a podcast is on social media. And I heard a rumor that we have a website.
Ooh,
So-
snap. Go ahead and tell them what the URL.
Big
Drop that
boys.
URL right here.
Drop it.
Put it in my hand. Put the URL right here.
And that's a wrap.